YouTube, welcome to something a little bit different. I wanted to try something a little bit fresh, a little bit spicy. You know, I talked to my Isaac yesterday about how soon we're going to be probably uploading a lot less to this channel. Maybe most likely I'm going to be cutting this channel altogether for a little while. So it's the perfect time to try something a little bit new. I was scrolling through my YouTube homepage yesterday and I see a video on the homepage popping up from our boy Daniel Giesling. He said he's playing a stalker-based game, and he clicks on it. The first thing I see, please answer carefully, a survey game by Litruc. And my interest is piqued. What can I say? I'm a sucker for making games out of things that don't normally be games, if that makes sense. I thought it seemed like a really interesting concept from the first minute or so I watched his video. His video was only 5 minutes long, so it's a short one. I think, you know what, I want to give it a go. I want to see where it goes with this. I'm always interested to, like I said, see sort of slightly different, thinking outside the box type games. It also looks like it's a bit of a psychological type thing. And as someone who spent the past 3 years both making and filling out a lot of surveys and questionnaires, oh baby, is the ball? This is right up my alley. This is right in my ballpark. I will just quickly say, I know this probably seems like the ideal thing to have a facecam on. It doesn't work, and I don't know why. I can only assume it's a video issue, considering what is wrong with my PC. Ironically, I don't think it's the webcam that's the issue, even though it was £8 5 years ago. Because as some people potentially watching this will be able to attest, my webcam works perfectly fine in video calls, in video chats. It works perfectly fine, so I don't know why when I put it into OBS it displays me for 3 seconds and then goes to a freeze frame every single time I try. But regardless, we're going to begin the game. It's called Please Answer Carefully, and just a little content warning here. I will read for you. This is a horror game themed around stalking. If you've ever had to deal with stalking, please take care while playing. There are no jump scares, but it does contain spooky audio effects. So if anyone's ever had any issues with that, I obviously hope that isn't the case, but if you have, this might not be the video for you. That said, let's begin the game. Oh, I wish I had a face cam right now. I wish it just worked, but it doesn't. Instructions. Thank you for agreeing to take this survey. The survey will last 5 to 10 minutes, quicker than mine was. Please be attentive to the questions and answer carefully, as we care deeply about your feedback. This survey contains some audio features. These can be muted if necessary, but we recommend leaving your sound on. That's very, very quiet. That's much better. My mic was turned way down. Okay. Hopefully you guys can hear these. I'm going to assume you can. Question 1. Which of the following internet-enabled devices do you currently own? Please select all that apply. Straightforward enough. I'm on a desktop right now. I have my beloved Chromebook. Mac puke emoji. I have a mobile phone. I have a Nintendo Switch. Easy enough. I don't know if our TV is a smart TV or not. It might be. I don't use that, so we'll run with this. On a typical day, about how many hours a day do you spend online? Minkus. It's too far. It's too far. The horror. This is too much, dude. The horror's got to me. Cut the video. Cut the video. Ooh. How many hours on a typical weekday? How many hours a day? So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I guess it's 20. Which one's 20? 21, 20. So I guess they don't believe in 24 hours. Not how I would have formatted this question. Maybe a little bit pedantic. Not how I would have formatted this question. Hours a day. I'll be kind to myself. I'll hit you with a 15. I read sometimes. I'll hit you with a 14. On a typical weekday, how quickly do you respond to work-related emails or messages? Unfortunately, I never have any work-related emails to respond to. Pepe hands. I mean, I guess, when I'm in that situation, you kind of have to immediately if it's work-related, right? So I'm going to hit you with within an hour or two, but I'm not entirely qualified to answer that question right now. On a typical weekday, how quickly do you respond to non-work-related emails or messages? Oof. Look, I'm working on it. I said already, I didn't really have any New Year's resolutions this year, but one of them was to try a little bit harder with replying to my messages. I mean, there's one person on planet Earth that I would say immediately to, so we're not going to go with immediately. And you don't need me to say, I didn't say the name, but you're all thinking it right now. Within an hour or two is kind of what I'm aiming for right now, but it really does depend on the person. And there are people that, I'm going to be honest, even by the end of the week, it'd be a little bit generous. I'm not a very good messenger. We'll go by the end of the day. It really honestly depends on the person. Would be my asterisk here, would be my other option. It would by end of the day. Then why don't you have you ever pretended to be digitally unavailable? So it said, why don't you respond to mine? Is something I can't help but have noticed there? Honestly, brother, I wouldn't take it. I wouldn't take it personally. I wouldn't take it personally. Unless. Never mind. I wouldn't take it personally. Unless you spink, if I ever don't reply to you immediately, don't worry. It's not on you. Have you ever pretended to be digitally unavailable in order to avoid communication with someone, e.g. pretended your phone was dead? My phone is never dead. It's very rarely dead. I'm pretty on top of my battery. I wouldn't say so. I don't think I'm really, like, who would have to gas me up to that level to think that I was important enough to pretend my phone was dead so I didn't have to communicate with someone. I tend to just take the hit. If I ever haven't replied to a message in a timely manner, I'll just take the hit on that one and say, dude, I'm sorry, I'm bad at replying to messages, that's on me. I'm never gonna try and pretend my phone was dead. Although my internet does cut in and out sometimes, and sometimes I genuinely do messages. And also, I've talked about this notification issue my phone has. I do miss notifications all the time, to be fair. In my defense, how much attention do you pay to online surveillance and digital tracking? I'd love to say some. I know it should be at least some, but I couldn't in good faith. You remember the time I copy and pasted my actual phone number into Josh's chat? Or when I put that screenshot of something that I thought was funny, and in the screenshot it had my full name and personal email address. Yeah, I'm not brilliant in terms of my online surveillance and or digital tracking. I probably should pay more attention to this, and I probably shouldn't be admitting this, but also, if you've been in Josh's Twitch chat and witnessed that, you'll know, I mean, we know. That said, again, I'm working on it. I think the problem is in my head, I'm like, as long as my actual personal physical address isn't out there, I'm probably fine, right? And again, some of you guys potentially watching this video, some of you know my address, but that's different because I trust you. I would never put that out onto the internet. I gave it to you guys out of, but that's like, that's where I draw the line. I'm like, as long as people don't know my address, I'm fine. Probably shouldn't be putting my phone number in Twitch chats, is what I'd say. So I would have to probably hit you with a none. If we can get that up to a little by this time next year, I'd feel good about myself. Have you ever felt like you're being watched? Ooh, was that there a minute ago? Yo, I'm not gonna lie, I'm in the world's smallest room. It would be, and like, there's no, like, it would be very difficult to watch me in this tiny little room without me knowing. Let me put it that way. I'm looking around right now, that's all I'm saying. Occasionally. On the next page, you'll be shown several statements. Based on your current experience, please rate your agreement with these statements from strongly disagree to strongly agree. You'll love to see it. A little Likert scale. Is this a Likert scale? Hello? I get the scale names mixed up. Kisses. I like the effects. I'm a big fan of the fact that you can just hear like ambient static that cuts out every time the sound loops. Sorry, I have a phone within reach at all times. Yes, absolutely. Even if I go for a shower, I still feel the need to bring it so that if I see a message, if there's a message while I'm in the shower and I get out of the shower, I see it straight away. It happened yesterday, dude. The group chat was pogging while I was in the shower, and then I got out and I was like, oh shit, dude, I'm missing pogs. Even if I'm going for the shower, I'm not saying I take it into the shower with me, but I take it into the bathroom with me. Just so I can see, like, dude, this baby does not leave my side. All my windows are locked. Absolutely, dude. It's 2 degrees Celsius outside. Of course my windows are friggin' locked. I can recognize my neighbours' faces. Yeah, I live in northern England. We talk to each other all the time. Everyone's always talking to each other out on the street. Of course I recognize my neighbours' faces. I feel safe within my home. Yeah. I mean, I don't know, we have good locks, and also I'm very fucking strong. Huge muscles, so of course I feel safe basically anywhere. For quality control purposes, please select strongly agree for this question. Everyone deserves a second chance, no matter what they have done. That's a little bit minkus. That's a little bit minkus. I didn't think this is a direction we were going to quite be taking on today's YouTube video. Look, I'm going to be honest. I believe in rehabilitation, etc., etc. I do definitely think there's a line where people do not. Based on the question, everyone deserves a second chance. I guess on that I would disagree, right? But I do generally. I'm gonna hit you with a neutral just to be safe on this one. Maybe in a later video, depending on what sort of content. Maybe we'll talk about. I didn't think we were gonna go this direction today. Look, with all the little brother stuff, you didn't have to take it in that direction. But I don't think everyone. There's a line somewhere. Let me just say that much, and we'll leave that there. Is that why I can't come home? Turn around, please. This is the most boring brown wall of all time. Don't ignore me and lock the door. I'm not unlocking the door, I can tell you that much. Dude, I love you too, babe. In 2021, we shared a love. I miss you so much. Straight up, there's no one I can think of in my life that I miss. My dog? I miss my dog quite a lot. Agree. If this is my dog speaking right now, I miss you too. Anyone else? I can't even think who that would even... Dude, there's breathing. Oh, that's my own breathing. Was that my own breathing? My mic, I have it on... You guys heard the breathing, right? Tell me you miss me too. Brother. I don't know who you are, but if it makes you feel any better, I'll tell you whatever you want to hear. Or I'm gonna hit you with the Spink Classic. Nah. Oh. I am not allowed to type nah. I'm not allowed to type nah. I forgive you. Come inside. I like this. It's a little bit cerebral. Maybe if I did this like in the dark with headphones on. I'm still caught up on the fact that I was really wanted a facecam for this. Elvis is in the building, so I believe they just entered. Okay. Okay, I was a little bit... I don't know if I thought it was going to go somewhere. I mean, they said there were no jump scares, so I don't know where I thought that would peak. I was into it. I didn't mind it. I didn't mind it. I didn't mind it. I felt like as a little taster of I wanted to try something a little bit new and maybe keep trying new little things like this on the channel for the next week or so until I eventually say set it on its sails and yeet it into the abyss. I wanted to try some new stuff, and that's a little bit of a taste that we could see what else we can get going here. But I didn't mind that. I liked it. It was a little bit cerebral. It got you thinking. Some of the questions, do you recognize your neighbors' faces and stuff? It's like, someone says hi to you in the street. Oh, it's just a neighbor, dude, or is it just a neighbor? And as I said, I live in Northern England. People just talk to each other in the streets all the time. Everyone's always saying hi to each other. You're alright and all that. Very normal here. So even if I didn't recognize them, if someone was like said hello, like greeted me in the street, that's just normal. It's whatever. But I don't know. It gets you thinking a little bit. Do I even want to be telling this website what sort of devices I own? I'm like, oh, it's just a game, dude. I can tell them I don't own a smart TV and that I don't own a tablet, but that I do have a phone next to me. But do I want Latruc knowing that? Who's Latruc, dude? And now, do I feel okay about the fact that Latruc is aware that my phone's currently right next to me? I'm looking at it right now, dude. It's flashing blue. Is it Latruc? Is that you? It's Fabrizio Romano on Twitter. It's Fabrizio Romano on Twitter. And Facebook Messenger. That was interesting. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for joining me. Yeah, I just thought it'd be. I just wanted to see where the game went. It was a little bit interesting, but I liked. I've been seeing NL do a lot of like slightly different stuff. Like he did the would you press the button thing, and he did the trolley problem thing. I might give a whack, but also might not. I don't know. See, but that kind of made me want to try something a little bit different on the channel. As I said, going forward, I don't know if I'm going to be doing much on this channel anymore, but we'll see. It could be interesting if I do. I don't know. We'll see. We don't need to talk about that now. But thank you guys for watching. I appreciate you all. And have a little look behind you, winky face. It's me. I wish it was me, dude. I wish I was behind. Never mind. That wasn't meant to be going somewhere, but then I started to speak, and then it. Okay, let's end the video. Later, guys. Bonk.